sorry I screwed up. Or no, not me. I really did nothing. I just sat there and we lost connection. So that really wasn't me. I'm back live now. We see if that works. One watching. Okay, they're starting to come. Yes, I'm back. I'm sorry, YouTube folks. Hope I didn't lose you all. You were so nice. A lot of people there, and whatever. Let me give a minute, and I'll finish where I'll pick it up where we come. Oh, we got 10 back. Maybe. Come on, come on, come on. I really need to start linking your sources in the description, please, please. Yes, well, actually, any sources I talk about, I spell them out. You know, in the video. I'm a one-man band. I'm doing all this myself. I really have to, be careful how I spend my time sometimes. But I want to help you. If you have a specific thing you're looking for that I mentioned, you can also email me at letsgofreeradio@gmail.com, ideally jerky, yeah. And so, and tell me, and I got the link easy. It's easier to send it to you. letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. I happily do it for you for just $1 a minute. I got you. Yep. That's what life is. Well, you start a business like that. That'd be a good business. Yep. Whatever. Okay, so now we're talking about the opioids, right? And what is going on there. So more people died from opioid addiction. I am dead. What's it? So 64,000 people versus the Vietnam War was 58,000 people. Now back in the 70s, I was a naval officer in Vietnam. In the South China Seas. Actually, in the rivers that were patrolling. And so that related to me. So more people are dead. And here are the other death things. Okay, so these opioids, so we could do something with that. Okay, only 35,000 people have died in traffic deaths. 35,000 people versus, in opioid deaths, it's 64,000. So that's almost double. So double the people are dying from overdoses, as traffic. And how much do we spend on traffic safety? How much are we spending on, drug safety? And a lot of this is prescription drugs too. There, okay. The peak year for homicides was 24,000 in 1991. Now it doesn't say. So people were murdered 24,000 a year. Suicides $44,000 a year. And when you think of it, suicides, okay, actually murders, so homicides, people killing each other, that's half the rate of suicides. So twice as many people are killing themselves than people killing each other. So why are we spending all this money on people killing somebody else? Well, what's wrong with us that we're killing ourselves? That seems worth something to try to figure out. And actually, if you see the data on people dying by accidents in hospital, this is screw-ups in hospitals. This is like 100,000 people. So we have traffic deaths of 35,000 people. That's so-called accidents. But there's 100,000 dying by accident in hospital. Now that data is all over, but some I see 50,000, some 200,000, 300,000. But you'll see if you research that stuff, and you'll see that. Okay, so we covered that. Okay, so the internet stuff, right? And that's right. The fellow who is starting, a business, and he was looking for other people. Well, I told him like how. See, he was doing like video production, on the internet, and that's what he wanted to do. He didn't want to do video marketing and everything. So we talked about how he could go. There was an office near him that gets grant money to help people sell to the government. And I said, you don't want to sell to the government because it seems like he's producing video. And produce video on the internet, people who have money and want to spend to hire people, they need more done for them than just the video. So you and I as an entrepreneur or something, we just need a video because we have a plan in mind how we're going to do it. But if you produce anything on the internet, you have to have a plan You just can't throw it up on YouTube and hope to make $1 million next year because it's going to be an instant success. And stuff like that doesn't happen. You have to have a plan and a way to get it out and tell people it's there and all that kind of stuff. So that's what you need. So there's other kind of businesses, more marketing people that would do that. So he could find out through this office who gets big contracts to do that kind of marketing for the government. And then be a subcontractor to do just the video part. Because see, these marketing companies, all there is hucksters, they know how to sell. They're sort of like madman things. They know how to sell, but they really don't know how to do videos well and all this other kind of stuff. So that's the point of that. Okay, I have some other stuff I want to cover that I found around that I think people should know. Here, okay, now the new administration, what they did, okay, for-profit colleges. Okay, if you're involved with a for-profit college or you're thinking about going to one of them or whatever, okay, in the last administration, they did a big study that found that 800 out of the 8,000 for-profit colleges and higher institutions, were ripoffs, okay? So they did a big study that showed 800, and there was a report on the White House, website that shows you about all this stuff. And so they had so many, 98% of those programs are offered by for-profit colleges. Yeah, while the remaining 2% private nonprofit. Okay, so they, there's that many. Oh, I'm running out of battery life. Boy, I just babble along, don't I? What is this? So anyway, there's a report that was on the White House that showed you 800 for-profit universities that are ripping people off. And the new Department of Education secretary. Okay, am I there? Oh, go. Oh, God, I did it again. Okay. Okay, so the new Department of Education is trying to get rid of it. So, I mean, to me, I don't know how we're going to find it. I'm sure somebody has it somewhere. I haven't found it yet, but I haven't looked. But to me, that's just another clue about staying away from for-profit colleges. I mean, they're basically just getting you to borrow money so you could give to them to get a lousy education. I'm sure other people have different views of that, but to me, it's not, even if it's a decent one, it's not going to be as decent or as value related. Why would you buy an expensive car when a car costing 10% of that price could get you where you want to go? And that's the important part of that. So just be careful of that stuff. Here's another thing, is that how people feel depressed. Like even Democrats are starting to feel depressed, not because Bush is there, I mean Trump or whoever it is, but in 1994 65% of Democrats believe that most people who want to get ahead can make it if they're willing to work hard. Okay, so hard work pays off by 65% back in 94. So this is 20 some years ago, right? Now that's down to 49%. So that's less than half the people. And these are Democrats, that, these are these progressive embracing, and so the so-called progressives, who are usually more optimistic about the future, and we don't have to worry about it so much, are getting more pessimistic. That's a drop of 19%, 19 points in that. Also, I was, there's a little story here about Wells Fargo Bank. Any guys with Wells Fargo? Wells Fargo was barred. Okay, Wells Fargo, the bank, was barred by California from doing any business with California because of the bank's fraudulent account scandals. So they were so bad that the government won't even let them handle their money. Because they ripped off thousands of customers or whatever the hell it was. And so because they handle, a lot of these banks go in and they handle the government money, they got a lot of money, so if they could get it and make interest on the government money, so they're barred from getting any money from California because of how bad they are. And that's another thing about the consumerfinance.gov. You want to know about any of these banks? or whatever before you do anything, yeah, that's liberal California. Consumerfinance.gov. Go there, and they have all the complaints about any bank is there. Actually, I have them on my database too. The IPA or IPA, no, that's a beer. API, that's it. Where I automatically download it to my website at bigdatalesco.com. But the mother load that I copy from is consumerfinance.gov. You can check up on any bank, you can complain about any bank, and they investigate that bank or that problem you have, within 15 days. So that's pretty cool. One more thing, there's something called, if you don't know about it, incubators. Incubators are organizations usually run by a local they're getting a lot of government money to help you start businesses, and it's grant money and stuff like that. So they're local, like nonprofits, like the DC government gave an incubator in town called 1776, and they just merged with another one in Philadelphia, and they got $200,000 from the city government. And another IT company got $32 million from the city government. That's because they're going to create jobs, or they think they are. But see, these incubators, they give you money if you have a business idea. You go to these incubators, and they give you office space, they give you all this kind of thing to run your business out of for free, plus money, venture money, seed money to help your idea. And then when it grows, they get you other money because they want you to grow and make businesses and make jobs in the country. There's one other thing too I'm going to cover later a little more. I just found out my dentist, my orthodontist, told me about this too. Older people will buy their insurance, their term insurance that they don't need anymore. And so, like, you have a $150,000 term policy that only is good when you die, but you can get it ahead of time. It's sort of like a reverse mortgage. You can get the house money before. And there's this company, one company that does it. I don't know them, so, be careful. I have no idea. They're called Abacus Life Settlements. Abacus, A-B-A-C-U-S, Life Settlements. Okay, and that's to sell your... you're getting old enough, you don't care, and your family's well off enough, you don't have to worry about getting the money when you die. And so you get the money yourself. You paid it all, so why don't you get it? Just like government programs or like internet ways to make money. It's there whether you use it or not. So you might as well use it. Okay, if I can help you on the phone, with showing you, because I think, with all the knowledge I know, if I understand your problem a little more, I could give you 3-4 links that will, the best places to apply for that money to solve your problem. I'll send you the links, show you the sources and everything, just like in those reviews. If you want to see those reviews, go to lesco.com/talk, lesco.com/talk, and you'll see there's 40 reviews of people that I helped like that. And I'm very appreciative of every one of those people for giving me a chance, because the nicest thing in the world is to give. It's just having an opportunity to do it. So thanks again for everything, and I'll see you soon. I gotta go back and do research. If I don't do that, then I start pissing off people instead of helping them. So, talk to you later. Food mails, yes, I'll show you that too.